Good afternoon. Well, afternoon was where I am here in Australia. I'm halfway between Sydney and Brisbane on the east coast of Australia, and it is stinking hot. So all of you in the US who might be listening or might be looking at this on the replay, would you like some hot weather? Because I'd swap you any minute right now. It's February. February is traditionally probably our hottest month. Not only is it hot, but it is stinking with humidity. It's about, I don't know, slight exaggeration, 2,000% humidity. It's not good. We've been under heat wave warnings for literally days. It's telling me it's currently 31 degrees with a severe weather warning in place, which means heat waves. Luckily, I'm not far away from the coast, so I do tend to get a bit of an ocean breeze. So in my infinite wisdom, I decided I was going to do a free website audit every day for the month of February. Yeah, right. Seemed like a good idea at the time. So here we are, the 5th of February. So what I've been, 6th of February, I should say. So what I've been doing is those who responded and said yes, please, I stick them into an app that basically puts all the website names in. I spin the app each day, and the app tells me which one I'm going to do today. Now, I really have not had a significant look at any of these sites. If you're lucky, I do a quick sort of couple of minutes or so before I go live to air. So this is basically live to air. This is telling you about how the site presents from the point of view of a person who's found you somewhere. Maybe it's on social media, maybe it's on an email you've sent, maybe it's in an organic post, maybe it's in a paid post. And I tend to try and adopt the mindset of the person who I think is going to be one of your target clients, and they come to the website with not a great deal of knowledge about what you do. So the website's got to be super clear at showing me really quickly. I mean, really quickly, because generally the insights we see off websites tell us is you've got a maximum of about 30 seconds. That seems like a bit of time. It's not short and it's not long, but you really got to get across very quickly what you're going to do for that person. Not what you do, but what you're going to do for that person that is watching that has gone to your website. And that can be problematic at times. So today's lucky winner was the inspired creator. I'm just going to get rid of myself out there. Interesting concept. This has come off one of the US groups that I work in. So I'm just wondering whether this is a no way of really knowing whether this is a US person or an Australian person. Has a US feel to me. I lived in Lisbon. I've traveled to 14 countries. Generals all around. And that's the first thing that comes to me with this website. It's like, who are you? I don't see your name anywhere. Fun facts. Basically inside of my brain. People need to know the person behind a website. Clearly, this is a very personal thing for you. Essentially the best way to regroup all the things I love most. Aesthetic product finds to replace when my travel photos can be exposed. Look, I love the concept. It's combining your love of travel, your love of souvenirs, your love of products, and also, because I notice a number of them affiliate links, you're obviously becoming somewhat of an influencer. You're getting money for sending people to particular products, which is fine, and you're very upfront with that, which is good. I just would like to know who you are. As I say, I'm assuming you're an American. The journal is 24th of 2023. Yeah, you're an American because you're using American dates. 24th of April 2023, and that's it. This is a Squarespace website, and don't get me wrong, I quite like Squarespace, but only for certain things. When you've got this amount of, and this doesn't hyperlink, which is a bit annoying. When you've got this amount of products, Squarespace is going to be problematic for you because you're not going to be able to SEO a Squarespace website for how it needs to be SEO'd for this, for what you're doing with the amount of different categories that you're doing. On a quick look, I saw things for homewares, household furnishings, kitchenwares. It's quite a range of things, and it's a fairly eclectic range. If you go into the shop, there's ceramic mugs, there's bowls, cups, saucers. So it's a little bit, the hair combs, it's a little bit all over the place. Maybe it was the home series where it was. Yeah, so it's just a little bit all over the place, and it's not giving me a clear, way to move through the site that makes sense to me. Also, I'm noticing that quite a lot of this site is out of date in terms of the dates and things. There's no copyright down the bottom, which is usually a dead giveaway. There is a privacy policy, but you should also have a copyright. You're linked to Instagram, Pinterest, but not Facebook, which is an interesting choice. I saw gift guides was the ones where I noticed the date. So Mother's Day 2023, clearly that's gone. Last minute Christmas gifts, clearly it's not last minute, not in February. So this side is needing some love to just bring it up to date. So this is hard when you're doing these sorts of different things, to try and pull it all together, and unfortunately I don't think you have successfully. When I go into I think it's when I went into here, curated gift guides, it's like it's a little all over the place. People who generally come to sites like this to look to buy something, they generally they don't specifically come here to buy, a pink bag or purple bag, whatever color that is, or a travel bag. They generally come looking to be inspired for ideas. So therefore, it's pretty critical in those situations you do have some form of collection listing, so that you've organized these into collections. And this is another reason why I suggest to you that a Squarespace site is not the best choice for this. You're forever trying to band-aid a Squarespace site to be an e-commerce site, and that's really hard to do. So I would suggest either WordPress with e-commerce or Shopify, depending on the number of products you've got. Lovely products, very nice products. The photography is quite good. But yeah, the out-of-date dating, I see, that's why it's an affiliate product. This has gone across to obviously an affiliate, obviously a product on Amazon that you're going to get affiliate results on. That's defaulted to Amazon Canada, which is interesting. Obviously, I'm not in Canada, and maybe you are. So that's the other thing and of course it's taken me right off your site. So if you're going to use links like this, you want open a new window, not off your not taking me right off your site, because now I've got to try and get back to your site, which this is a 27-inch screen. It's not that bad. But if I'm on a mobile, it can be a little bit harder. So let's have a look at what it looks like on mobile. We know that from Google Analytics that around about 90% of our, or 90% in some cases, and in your case it will be on the higher, not the lower end, that very, very high percentage, 70 to 90% of people browse on mobile. This is exactly the sort of site people are going to be browsing when they're bored. A lot of unused space up there. Did you have a logo? No, you don't really. Curation. See, and so that's the other thing. I'm a little confused by, is this a site I come to be inspired by your travels and your eye for interesting products, or do I come here because I want to use your business as a service? A store is live. You know, if it's either live or it's not, you don't need to tell people. So you're missing out on opportunities when you say things like our store is live. Find beautiful pieces for your home and for your gifts. The other thing I noticed very much about this site is it's chopping and changing tense. We source products, so is it a we or is it an I? Is it a you as a person? And I would suggest, because of the background story here, that it should be you as a person. I source products that will look great in your home and make amazing gifts. But the other thing we do when we're doing copy is the copy that's going to convert well is the copy that has me being able to feel like you're talking about me. So instead of saying we source products that look great in your home that will make amazing gifts, you swap that and say looking for something that looks fantastic in your home or an amazing gift or an amazing gift. You know, I source those sorts of products. So swap it. Same thing here. Store is live. Find beautiful gifts for your home or guys have beautiful gifts, beautiful home and garden, beautiful gifts for your home or gift giving. This one here too, and it goes from a person to an owl. I don't, it's either singular or plural. And unless it's a distinct about me page, which is what you do have buried, which I eventually found, it wants to be more about I'm reading this and going, oh wow, that sounds like a reason to stay, basically. The idea was born from my lifestyle and love for unique products. And by the time I've got to the end of the sentence and the end of the paragraph, I'm like, yeah, honestly, I don't really care about you. That unfortunately is the selfish nature of online. So you want to take, generally when I see this sort of copy, I end up swapping it around. What you've said at the end is usually what you should say at the beginning. So unique products, souvenirs, unique products that will elevate your home. That's what I'm presenting to you here. My lifestyle, love unique products, and world travel means that I bring, I have an eye for products that people will go wow when they see them in your home. And that they will elevate your home. What is my inspiration? And that would then be bullet points, things around me, fresh flowers, Sunday markets, people and their stories, beautiful spaces. And then this spoiling people with gifts is our love language. That should be at the beginning of that paragraph. So looking for a gift that will spoil those you love, bring beauty to their life, and be beautiful products that will just amaze them. I can help. Let's keep in touch. It's a bit keep in touch. Why? Give me a reason to keep in touch. And the colors here are a bit. So when you've got a hover on a sign up, it's okay when it's not hovered. It's got sign up, but it's a little small. When you hover on it, the sign up, and the sign up's the critical call to action there. It disappears. The sign up is the thing that makes me go, yes, I'm going to do that. We've been conditioned over the years with all these buttons. So A, when they hover, and B, when they hover with the word on them, that's this is what we want you to do immediately. You're on Pinterest. That is a good place for this sort of business. You're on Instagram, good place for this sort of business. If you're going to be on Pinterest and Instagram, you might as well be on Facebook as well. One follow. I'm surprised you're not doing better on Pinterest. Because I would have thought this would have done really well on Pinterest. I think possibly because you don't have enough individual products. It's all a little bit too grouped. So you need pins that are, marketplace, home, kitchen, bathroom, etc., etc. Curation service, Mother's Day. You're going a little bit too. You've popped a hotel in there for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, Pinterest does better with individual products than it does with groups of things, unless you just wanted this as a nice statement for Mother's Day. Patricia Roddy plus rustic table settings, volume 1, rotating. This almost looks like a blog topic. I like that you're putting clear disclaimer links on things. Well done. So this is better because it is a combined post, but you then go in and do the individual items. Good use of Pinterest, only just not near enough of it. Instagram, 21 followers. You're just literally wallowing in the doldrums here, unfortunately, but then you're not putting enough content out. Marketplace, home, gift guides. That's a bit, what's the word? It's a bit generic. Your skill is in unique things, different things, inspired by your travels, inspired by your eye to an ability to pick out things that are interesting, rather than just in a home gift giving. You need to perpetuate that and point out to people that difference that you have. The other thing I noticed, sorry, I do jump around a fair bit on these. I did notice on some of this that your font was a little bit too small. And see, this should be hyperlinked. Home marketplace gift guides. There's just a lot of wasted space on this. This site is just not working on mobile. Okay, because it's jumping across to that Amazon again. So if you're going to jump them across to Amazon, then you need to at least have, like, generally it's the product image, maybe the price, and then the description about it, and in some way in which it's making sensible collections, and it's not. There's also a lot of colours going on. See, that's better. Olive and salt bowl, $29. And a ceramic cup, $34. Speckled espresso cup, that's much better. You've got the price there. So at least I'm not going to have to follow on to if it's something way out of my price range. Interested in a piece, email us. So is that saying this piece is for sale, or is it saying, okay, why would you want to email you if we're interested in a piece? Generally, the way we handle that is we have a chat widget. So in this case, it will be a chat widget down here, whereas if they're on the site and they're getting lost, then they can chat, hopefully live. No, it doesn't necessarily have to be live, but hopefully live. They can chat with you, and then you can direct them through to places rather than emailing you, because then you're going to get into email tag, and that's that's very old-fashioned. This is a little bit small. Make it stand out. It all begins with an idea. Maybe you want to launch a business. What? Maybe you want to turn a hobby into something more. Maybe you have a creative project to share with the world. I don't quite get how that fits in here. And 1 minute we're talking about, combs for hair, and then the next minute you've got an image of some crockery. So you need to think more about the flow of this site. Showcase our marketplace finds through making note that products. None of these products are owned by us. Yes, I get that. That's good. Congratulations. But again, the copy's wrong. We share, and who's the we? Is it you or is it a we? Favorite market. So you want why should I be looking at this? What's in it for me looking at this? And I'm really not interested in you showing me something, but why would I be interested in looking at it? So change the copy to, you don't have to trawl through marketplace to find amazing products. I do the hard work for you. Description for buy. You'd have to be really, really careful with this too, in terms of how do you check on marketplace that it's not a scam. And then it's a trial drop 1, October 15th, November the 6th. I mean, this is almost getting very historic. Now we're going across to Facebook. I suggest you're Canadian by the looks of it. I'd be really careful with presenting stuff on marketplace unless you really know it's not a scam. Well, because the way a lot of scams happen on marketplace, not so much in these big items, but in the smaller items, they're shoplifted, or people get asked to pay and they pay up front and then they never get the product. They can't get the product. But you're right. I like your eye. Your eye is very good. This is very unusual. And once they're sold, they should really be gone. So this is French. This is French. So I suspect you're French Canadian. You're on the right track. It really is annoying me that this isn't hyperlinked, and they don't really. This doesn't need to be. This doesn't really need to be there. It's a waste of space because it's already the menu item up here. Curation service. Let us shop for you. Again, we've jumped back into the plural. Is what we do best. Look, I know for many years the thing was about we need to present as a business, not as an individual. I'm afraid that's gone by the by now, particularly now with a lot of the smaller businesses around. People expect now that it's a single person, particularly when it's something as personal as this. That they want to know the story behind the person, and you've got a good story. You've got a very interesting story. Where did I see I think it was in the intro, about TIC, the Inspired Creator. And it's really annoying me that you didn't put your name on here. I mean, this is an interesting story, really great story. So use that. You lived in Lisbon, Portugal for a year, travelled to 14 countries plus multiple islands, real estate and technical services. You poor dear, you must be bored witless in technical services in real estate because you're clearly a creative. Oh, though you say you love it, all right, okay, I stand corrected. My son in Taurus, yes, I make a coffee flour and a glass of red wine. Look, this has got a really, really lovely feel, which is not coming across on the rest of the site. And I really, really want to know your name. And I'd like more about your story, so you could do that in your in the journal. That's classically, the journal is classically saying do that. And it's a passion project, so Squarespace must be costing you an arm and a leg. I'd be going on to WooCommerce, WordPress with WooCommerce, which is not going to cost you near as many arms and legs. And you got to sign this off, the inspired creator and your name. Okay, I think that's about all I can contribute to this. Lots more on Instagram. See, this was the last one was, that's in Montreal, in Montreal. This is the last one was in 16 weeks ago. So it looks like you've sort of lost a bit of your oomph. But you have a good idea. So persevere with it. You do have a good idea. And you've got a good idea and you've got a good eye, so you are a good reference source. You'd be a great reference source for the designers, which is why I really love the idea that you're on Pinterest. So on Pinterest and on Instagram, you need to follow a lot of the designers because they would like your ability to put things together. You've got a very good eye. Okay, so I hope that was useful. Any comments? Feel free to put them in the. Any questions? Put free. Yeah, can't talk now. Feel free to put them in the comments, and I will respond. Thanks, and have a good week, everybody.